Corporations employ cybersecurity engineers to secure the code of their websites and products to prevent hackers from finding vulnerabilities. However, no matter what, there always must be an area to input a password in a user application. If a hacker obtains that password from the real user, there is no need for him to break through the site's security. The site will let him in, no hacking required. This type of attack is known as phishing. It's not so much a hack as it is a technological con job. Phishers create fake web pages and emails to impersonate real ones. They then trick you into inputting your username, password, and other sensitive information, usually by creating a web page that is identical to another trusted one. However, instead of logging you in, the information is sent to the hacker, who can then use the password himself and access your account. Any software that allows users to log in can be targeted by phishers, no matter how strong their security is. No amount of cybersecurity engineers can prevent human error from being taken advantage of. Spear phishing attacks, which involve direct personalized phishing pages, have cost $9.1 billion to global organizations. The number of phishing attempts are rising, having increased over 250% last year, along with several 100,000 unique phishing websites created. Research shows that a phishing attack is launched about every 30 seconds, and 85% of organizations have been compromised in some way by phishing. Apps made to reduce these types of attacks are failing to contain them. The core issue is the angle of both the hackers and of the security apps. Phishing attempts are purely cosmetic. Code for hacking isn't the priority. Rather, their attacks are just based on tricking the target with visuals. While programs may search for the code used in phishing, hackers can adapt theirs quickly, since their attacks aren't as based on the code. They can easily change their code to make it undetectable by these programs. Traditional counter-phishing apps can never keep up with hackers. FishNet is essential to protecting internet users from phishing. FishNet is the solution to the phishing problem. Through methods previously unused in anti-phishing software, it has a higher potential than existing applications. The major difference is in its use of a community database, which collects information from every user of FishNet and uses that information to create better protection. Essentially, all users share one community blacklist of sites flagged as harmful by a number of people using the app, and each user has his or own personal whitelist of trusted sites and a personal blacklist of untrusted sites. While a high setting is applied at default, the user can set his or her own number of reportings of a site on the community database needed to block it, depending on their preferences. The personal whitelist and blacklist override the community blacklist. If a site is on the personal whitelist, it will be unblocked regardless of how many people reported on the community blacklist, and if it is on the personal blacklist, it will be blocked even if no one reported it on the community database. FishNet also operates on different principles. While competitors consider every site innocent until malicious code is found on it, FishNet presumes they are guilty unless otherwise stated by the user. If a site is on the blacklist, it is blocked, and if it is on neither the whitelist nor the blacklist, FishNet asks which list it should be on. Unless FishNet is explicitly told that the site is safe by putting it on the whitelist, FishNet assumes it's not and will block passwords being sent to that site. Here's how it works. Information is sent over the internet in a protocol called HTTP, which consists of different types of requests. One type of request is called a POST request, which is the type that sends information, such as passwords, to the website being contacted. FishNet is constantly checking for these POST requests being sent, and once it finds one, then it activates. Once activated, FishNet will check to see the name of the website that the information is being sent to. Once the name is found, it checks to see if that site is either on the personal whitelist or the personal blacklist. If on the whitelist, FishNet allows the request to pass through. If it's on the blacklist, the request is blocked and the user is notified. If it is on neither, then FishNet checks to see if the site is on the community blacklist. If it is, and enough people have reported the site to surpass the limit set by the user, then the request is blocked. If it isn't on the list, or if not enough people have reported it, then FishNet asks the user whether the site is safe or not. If they report the site is safe, then it is added to their whitelist so that they are not asked again. If they report it as malicious, then it is added to their personal blacklist so that it is blocked in the future, and it is also added to the community blacklist so that other users can be notified of the danger. Our application improves on traditional anti-phishing methods. Instead of relying on code that can easily be circumvented, our products will rely on the strength of numbers to protect its users. It also doesn't completely block users from going to the websites. Rather, it just blocks the area that is a problem, the sending of passwords and other sensitive information. The black and white list system gives users more control over their security and an easier method of organizing information. Combining both the control of personal customization and the strength of community knowledge, FishNet provides effective protection against phishing threats.